So basically, this is Dances with Wolves on Tatooine, wrapped up in the Matrix. Alright, y'all, so if y'all clicked on this video, obviously you care what I think about this movie. So I'm going to tell you, Dune Part 2, does it live up to the hype? Is it as great and grand and spectacle and epic as everybody says it is? On Rotten Tomatoes, I think it got the highest rank over Shawshank Redemption, which had it like a 97 score. I think it's Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, one of them. I think it's IMDb. Got a high rank higher than Shawshank Redemption. Over Shawshank Redemption, they're promoting this movie as if this is the greatest thing since Jesus walked on water. So, Rashad, we want to hear from you. Okay, you're the 100th person that we clicked on. Does Dune Part 2 live up to the hype? First of all, I didn't even want to see this today. I wanted to go see A Hip Hop Story. But of course, my local theaters, they don't like to play a lot of black films. Go figure. Or just small films. I don't want to make this a race thing. Okay, Rashad, you're rambling. You're rambling. Was the movie good? Man, yeah, this movie lived up to the hype. I don't know if it's the greatest thing since Jesus walked on water. Okay, that's like, I don't think you're ever gonna top that one. You know, it's Jesus walking on water, Hogan slamming Andre the Giant, and then the George Foreman grill. Everything else, and the Death Star getting blown up. Everything other than that is like, you know, Dune Part 2. Yes, this movie was all that in a bag of chips. I'm not a big fan of the first movie. I watched it. I said, this is a beautiful looking film. It has something there. There's something about Dune Part 1 that I really wanted to like. The score and just the scale of it. It looked dope. It felt dope. I couldn't connect with the movie, man. I didn't get the story. I didn't know what was going on. And all I knew about was Spice and Zendaya with the blue eyes. And here it is, the second movie. Now, if you follow my channel, you know I'm notorious for going to sleep on movies. And I walked into this knowing that this time was going to be no exception. I wasn't even trying. I got my nap out early. So yes, I did fall, hear me out, I did fall asleep. But I fell asleep within the first 20, 30 minutes of the movie. Because I just had a Big Mac and fry. I did fall asleep. But once I got that nap out the way, I was all in. I was immersed. I was in, like, the sand gripped me. The sand pulled me in. And once the sand pulled me in, it didn't let me go. I found myself engaged in this world, into the characters. And even though I still wasn't 100% clear of the story, what was going on, but I was in. I was all in. I was invested. I cared. And the relationship between Zendaya and Timothy, how do you say his last name? Shallot? And that's an onion. Timothy. They had such good chemistry together. I kept thinking Tom Holland's in trouble because these two have the on-screen chemistry that her and Tom Holland didn't have. Like, this dude, like, I never believed for a second that Tom Holland was smashing Zendaya. I just don't buy it. I believe your boy Timothy, like, I can tell the way he was looking into her soul. Oh, she made that noise with him. I ain't bullshitting. She made, you know the noise I'm talking about? Ooh, that noise. Okay, Rashad, stop getting nasty. Yo, the scale, and I saw this in Dolby, y'all. The scale, the sound. Like, I kept hearing Martin Scorsese's voice in my head. This is cinema. This is cinema. Like, this is probably the best cinematic experience I've had since, probably since Way of Water. You know what I'm saying? Now, Way of Water was a more simple movie to follow. This one had a lot more going on. But even though I'm not 100% sure still, but I get the gist of what's happening here. I get the gist of what's happening, okay? So basically, this is Dances with Wolves on Tatooine, wrapped up in the Matrix. All right, it's a gumbo of all of those. I kept thinking Tatooine. I kept thinking of Dances with Wolves. I kept thinking about the Matrix. That's basically this movie. So it took so the first one was all world building, and this one here expanded on that and goes deep into the situation and the characters. Christopher Walken is also in this movie. And though really old and decrepit, he's still Christopher Walken. I would try to imitate him, but I do a terrible Christopher Walken. Florence Pugh was in this movie. I was put in a situation where I had to choose between Florence Pugh and Zendaya. All right. Now, Zendaya, as pretty as she is, she's face-wise, Zendaya is very beautiful in the face. Her woman weight needs to kick in. I think once her woman weight kicks in and she gets that like what happened with Sierra. Remember how Sierra was all athletic looking, but after she shit out a couple of kids, like Sierra's like Jessica Rabbit now, you know. If Zendaya ever get that Jessica Rabbit body, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But I got Florence Pugh though, man. Florence Pugh, she can get it twice on Sunday, man. So costume design, sound, musical score, action sequences, okay. Performances, everything about this movie clicked. I was trying to find something to diss this movie about, even the pacing, and even with the slow pacing, because I was so into what was going on with these characters, the pacing didn't bother me. Like I said, I got my nap out 20 minutes into the movie, and then I was all in after that. My eyes was in. There's nothing I can say bad about this movie, man. Could have used a little bit more humor, a little bit more fun? Maybe. If I want to nitpick, I wish I would have had a little bit more fun, But when you watch something so epic and so cinematic, sometimes you say, fuck fun. I'm watching something special. You know what I'm saying? And this movie is something special. I think right now, this is the best movie of the year for me so far. Book of Clarence had that spot. Dune Part 2 now has it. All right, so does it live up to the hype? Let me show this up. Don't lose nobody. Does it live up to the hype? Abso-fucking-lutely. All right, and that's it, and that's all. Timothy Chalamet is a star. Zendaya is a star. Florence Pugh. Everybody. Josh Brolin. Everybody did their thing. And shout out to the what's the motherfucker that played Elvis? Austin Butler as the villain here. He was menacing and kick ass. This film had it all. It checks off everything that an epic sci-fi action movie is supposed to be. I have no complaints. I loved it. Watch this on the biggest screen possible. IMAX, Dolby, you're welcome. A+ is what I got for Dune Part 2. That's it and that's all. I'm out.